Many years ago, in the small town of Isemba, there lived a boy named Nu. He was short and very smart but mischievous, with legs that seemed too little for the running games other children loved. Because he was small, the other kids often picked on him. They would dash away laughing, knowing he could not catch them. Every day Nu returned home from school with tears on his face. When he complained to his parents, they would tell him to ignore the teasing, that one day the children would grow bored of it, but Nu grew tired of being bullied. One afternoon, certain he needed to protect himself, he took his mother's kitchen knife and began carrying it to school. It was a bad choice. When others noticed, someone reported him and the headmaster called his parents for a meeting. The headmaster gave Nu a serious warning and told him to report any bullies to school authorities instead of taking the law into his own hands. It was a bad choice. When others noticed, someone reported him and the headmaster called his parents for a meeting. The headmaster gave Nu a serious warning and told him to report any bullies to school authorities instead of taking the law into his own hands. This worked at school, but the kids found a way to still make fun of him after school. At the end of the school year, it was time for a long vacation. Nu packed the few clothes he owned into a small box. His family was poor and those clothes were all he had. He went out to play football with other boys before leaving, and left his box in the hostel. When he finished the game, the hostel was locked and the caretaker had already gone home. Panic rose in Nu's chest. All his belongings, his clothes and the only things he had, were locked inside. Frustrated and afraid of losing everything, he searched the compound, found a heavy rock, and smashed the hostel lock to retrieve his box. He carried his things home, but the headmaster was furious when he learned what Nu had done. The school expelled him. Expulsion might have ended many children's hopes, but Nu was determined to succeed. He walked to the community bookstore, bought every book he could afford, and taught himself at home. He studied by the light he could find, asking his parents and neighbors for help when he needed it. When registration time came for the first school leaving certificate, Nu signed up, took the exams, and, to the surprise of many who had doubted him, passed them with flying colors. Nu's success did not come from revenge or shortcuts. It came from stubbornness, hard work, and the refusal to let others define him. Years later, people in Isemba would tell the story of the little boy with the big wheel, a boy who turned mockery into motivation and who proved that courage can take many forms. To everyone's surprise, as the years passed, Nu began to grow taller. The boy once mocked for his size grew into a strong, confident young man. He continued his education, determined to prove that nothing could stop him. Through hard work and perseverance, he went on to study medicine, earning the respect of all who once looked down on him. He later traveled to the United States to further his education. In America, Nu faced new challenges, long hours, cultural shock, and homesickness, but his willpower never wavered. Years later, he established his own medical clinic in the United States, becoming a respected and successful doctor. He married, built a beautiful family, and continued to live by the values of humility and generosity his parents taught him. Today, Dr. Nu is not only the breadwinner of his family, supporting his parents, siblings, and relatives back home, but also a pillar of hope for his entire community. He sends funds to help rebuild schools and clinics in Isemba, sponsors bright but poor students through college, and organizes medical missions to his hometown. Many call him the pride of Isemba. Even abroad, Nu is known for his kindness, helping immigrants, offering free checkups to the poor, and mentoring young Africans chasing their dreams. From a bullied, short boy in a small village to a respected doctor and philanthropist in the United States, Nu's journey is proof that no beginning is too small, and no dream is too big. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more videos.